binoculars. Welcome to Viva Barca and welcome to another interesting episode where we are going to be talking about some very interesting transfer updates. We start with Sergiño Dest as the 22-year-old defender is on the radars of FC Porto. We are going to be discussing on that as we progress. Then secondly, talking about Ace Abde as the young star is rated highly by Xavi, and the player is also keen to prove himself using this preseason in the United States to cement a place for the team next season. So guys, as we get right into the stories in much detail, please do ensure to subscribe if you haven't. Turn on the post bell notification to always stay notified whenever I post a new video. Consider liking the video and please watch right up to the very end. Even though Sergiño Dest has flown to the United States of America for the pre-season tour with Barcelona, his future at the club is far from guaranteed. Reports have suggested that the player will be given a chance by Xavi Hernandez to earn a place in the team by performing during the pre-season. However, the Catalans pursuing other right-backs in the market. The writing appears to be on the wall for Dest, with the right-back likely to leave either on loan or permanently. Amidst this, Portuguese publication is reporting that FC Porto have shown an interest in signing Dest in the current transfer window. The Portuguese giants are already closing on the capture of one of Barca's young talents in Nico Gonzalez, and now they wish to sign Dest as well, as they are looking to reinforce the right back position before the start of next season. Dest has been with Barca since 2020 when he joined from Ajax, but he has failed to make the right back position his own. After 2 years filled with inconsistencies and struggles, the right back joined AC Milan on loan last summer, but endured another sorry campaign. Having hit Having been back at Barca this summer, Dest has taken part in pre-season training and has traveled to his homeland for the friendly games. But upon returning, he is expected to depart, and Porto could very well be an option. The Portuguese bigwigs plan to take advantage of the talks with Barcelona for Nico to negotiate the deal for the right back as well. And if an agreeable arrangement is found, the 22-year-old could very well end up at the Estadio do Dragão for the upcoming season. Of course, Sergiño Dest has been one of those players who have been earmarked to depart Barcelona um, financial amid financial tensions in the club. And of course, the pressure as well to sell players is getting more, in fact, it is getting more serious for Barcelona, as further purchases can't be made unless Barca sell players. It's still quite surprising that despite everything that was said before the summer window started, saying how Barca would sell a lot of players, it was as easy as good morning. But look, we are seeing how difficult it is to offload these unwanted stars, the likes of Ferran Torres, Ansu Fati. Now we're talking about Sergiño Dest. Offloading them has not been an easy task. Because if you ask each and every one of them, they will all tell you that, look, I want to succeed. I want to prove Xavi wrong. I want to do this. I want to do that. I don't want to leave. I still have a contract. For sure, as far as a player has a contract, there is very little you can do about it. And that is the issue. It's just to come to an understanding, because Xavi, who is the manager, going to their faces, telling them that, look, I don't need you in my team next season. You are not part of my plans next season. And they should understand the situation. Barca can't move ahead with other plans if they don't finalize some of these important departures. All these players that they are linked with, understandably, they did not perform well last season. And considering that Barca are going through a lot financially, had it been they were financially stable, maybe they would say, like, let's give some of these players a second chance. But just because of the pressure that the club is facing to offload these unwanted stars, they just have to, because they know that if they don't, they are going to face a lot of difficulties in the transfer window. So far, we have signed 4 players. 3 of those 4 players are already in their 30s, apart from Vitor Roque, who is still 18 years old. And of course, Vitor Roque for starters, will be making the cut, but next year, not this year. So I think we have three players who are already in their 30s being our three transfer play targets, and Barcelona needs to strengthen the right back. They haven't. Sergiño Dest is a right back, but I don't. He's not the right back who is supposed to play for a club like Barca. It's very clear. AC Milan last season, where he was on loan, Sergiño Dest did not make the opportunity count, and Xavi was not impressed. Despite the player traveling to the US store for pre-season, that is not a guarantee that he will stay for next season. Then moving on to the next story of discussion, as reported by journalist Santi Ovalle, Ace Abde has the option of joining Real Betis on loan for the upcoming season, but the player wants to convince Xavi that he could be a useful resource next season. Abde wants to show the manager that there is in fact a place for him in the team. During pre-season tour in the United States, Abde, whose market value is 15 million now, was loaned to Osasuna last season. As it turns out, his tenure proved to be quite productive as he managed to feature 34 times throughout the campaign. He scored 6 goals. Abde is one of the many young stars who has been named in Barca's 32-member squad for the pre-season, alongside Marc Casado, Lamine Yamal, Mikael Faye, Fermin Lopez, Alex Valle, and Alex Garrido. The player's idea is to make the most of the opportunity given, and although he is aware of the competition he has within the club, he is keen on showing the manager that he still has a place in the squad. We have reported before that any decision regarding Abde's future is expected to take significant amount of time. It could take them until the end of the summer transfer window to come up with a solution, as it depends on several factors. But then again, if he manages to convince his manager, there are high chances he ends up staying at the club. So guys, with that, we have come to an end of this episode. Thanks a lot for watching. Until next time, bye bye.